Hello, friends. Let's talk about off topic. Um, One of the parts of this channel is going to be, or components of this channel is going to be off topic topics. And the reason being is I just enjoy talking about a variety of subjects. I find myself constrained a lot of times in Aquaria because so many of us communicate through social networking and sites, Facebook pages and groups and YouTube and whatnot. But you're never allowed to talk about anything other than Aquaria. It's probably one of the most bizarre things I find about human behavior. Heaven forbid you're in a Facebook group and you mention something about sports or something. You have admin like, talk about, this is an Aquaria group, right? So, me personally, we're all Aquarius, right? The cool thing about Aquarius is we tend to be pretty nice people. So, let's talk about cool things, all right? So, what I'm going to ask of you is, on this topic, summarize your thoughts about it. Try to make it 3 to 5 sentences, just condensed, and then put that in the comments. And then we can all see what other Aquarists think about whatever the topic at hand may be. All right. And honestly, a lot of things have come up with the war in Ukraine and the Will Smith slap that was heard around the world. But I prefer headier conversations. So I actually want to start this video here with something I said to my wife. So this is just a comment I made to her. But I was watching the news and on what's happening in Ukraine, and it was all men, Putin, Biden, generals, soldiers, it's all dudes, and tell my wife, I'm like, and actually what popped into my head though was Afghanistan after watching that, because just how spirited the Ukrainians have been fighting, right? Like it's inspiring. But I was thinking about Afghanistan because we made their army, right? And there was like almost no fight. And I just made this comment to my wife. I was like, perhaps the Afghan army should have been women, right? Because and she looked at me, like, what? And I was like, like they had the most to lose in that fight. Like the Taliban just walked right in and everyone's like, oh, whatever, but women really lost the most. So, so that's why I made that comment to my wife. Just maybe the Afghan army should have been women because they had the most to lose and, really had the most to gain too. All right. And that was just my comment. It was just a off the top of my head. And do me a favor, just something along those lines. If you have something to say, add it in the comments. And also, I want to add, just put in there where you're from, because that's the cool thing about this is, we get to hear the opinions of other people from around the world. So just place in the comments, where you live, and then, a couple sentences. All right, have a good one.